This video is about commitment, attachment, dedication, enlightenment, and getting closer to truth. When? When you realize certain things. There are certain things to realize, and they come naturally and spontaneously as intuitions that are sort of, in a way that it's a soft voice. I've been talking to a lot of people lately who are talking about the heart and the energy of the heart. The energy of the heart calibrates at 520, I think. Anyway, so it's a different kind of feeling. It's an intuitive feeling, and the subconscious holds a lot of material that can be verbalized when the conditions are right. So where does this come from? You might ask yourself. You're watching it, you're thinking. I mean, a lot of times when you're thinking about something, you have to realize that everything that's expressed by anyone is on, there's a duality, and the duality is the vulnerability of light seeing its own pattern in the reflection of another. It's like the end of an idea when you start the path before you have gotten to the top of the mountain. So that's why sometimes you talk to people and they don't. Today I was talking to someone, I felt this really nervous energy. I realized, it is my perception. And if it wasn't for my perception, the event would be neutral. It always is. But the perception, allows me to perceive what I'm feeling in my body, and then that links and anchors onto that person as the feeling was the belief that the feeling is generating from that person. And I think I don't like this person. That's not really what's going on. It's a product of perception. So, now after watching some videos, I'm really in the mind of a win-win situation, thinking about how you can create a win-win situation and staying positive. There's a guy I used to work for here, and I was hearing about him today when I was at the ministry, and I heard about him, and I heard people talking about him and saying things about him, and it's funny because I never really thought much of him, and so apparently some people share my perception, but it is perception. So what we're doing is we're trying to exemplify the purity that is within ourselves. We're trying to create something that spontaneously combines the intellect and also the heart, and transcends both of them. So it's a pathway of non-duality and devotion, and we're all basically trying to get to that place where we don't have to look at the details, where the details are presented. For an example, I noticed that when I choose what I'm going to focus my attention on, if I choose not to focus my attention on anything and I go about 20 minutes doing that, a peaceful state comes over me where I'm not focused on the details. So we get enough details in the news and through the media and the bombardment and manipulation of symbols and everything that entails. Without putting your sensory feelers into it, you can kind of get the gestalt. And I think that that's a more congruent with the inner path kind of looking that's going on, a kind of seeing, a kind of perspective. And I think that when you move in that way, you're kind of looking past your filter, and you're looking past the approval of other people. And if a feeling comes up, you're just there to experience it without identifying with it, but keeping in mind that feelings are the precursor to thoughts. It's good to let the feelings go, and you can take that energy out in a positive way if you have the positive momentum within you to be able to channel your outlet your energy into a direction that is helpful to humanity, helpful to the world, helpful to yourself. So that's my thoughts on motivation, perception, seeing, and believing, I guess. Yeah.